We are back with the update stream for update 8. When is this update coming?
So this update is coming this Thursday. We have completely redone how pollution works. The pollution deposits look completely different. In essence, they do still work the same with the environmental station. You still need to build that and, just make sure that you get them depleted. We've added a new button to the UI, which is the pollution map. The more heavily colored an area is, the more polluted that area is. So if your colonists spend too much time in these sort of areas, they are going to get more radiation out of it. And also buildings take damage from this pollution as well. There's also some buildings that actually cause pollution. So when your building becomes polluted, you will need to decontaminate it for it to work. So decontaminated here, essentially it looks very similar to how the repairs work. So the maintenance depot, it will also decontaminate the buildings. A fallout will raise the pollution level of the entire colony. You better be prepared, it's it's getting more and more intense.
Does the pollution scenario can be carried over by, do we have elements like wind or atmospheric event that they can
Yes. So there is now a difference between drinking water and water that is being used by your buildings in your colony. As you can see, right now the UI even says water consumption, so it requires 2 water to work. And essentially what you need to do is you need to make sure that you have a water tower right next to it or close to it, and this water tower will produce the water for that. So fields now have an efficiency here, so you can place fields on barren soil now, but what it does, it will lower the efficiency of the field. You still probably don't want to build on barren soils, but at least it's not gonna block you. So we actually have a plastic underground deposit right here. So what we added to this is when you click on them, you can see a richness level here. Essentially what this tells you is how fast is the extractor going to produce this material. Just make sure you build on the one with the highest richness level. We do have loads of new buildings. We have the water collector, so this is the low-end building for collecting water, but what we also have is the water pump, so you can see it from here. And this is essentially similar to the bore well, so it will require energy. It has to be on the shore, just like the water collector, because it is collecting water from the actual lake itself. We have the clean water storage, which is now the drinking water storage. The water tower still looks the same as it did before. And then we have a large clean water storage, of course, as we have a large water tower. So these are the small additions here. And then what we also have is the aqua farm. So essentially an improvement to your regular fishing hut. This aqua farm is a great way to get food. However, it will slowly pollute the lake itself. We have now added underground rare metals deposits. You need to build a magnetic separator on top of it. And once it has been built, it will start producing the rare metals. But what are rare metals and what do you use them for? You will use them to create components. Probably one of the most requested things since the beginning. What we also introduced is another level for our production items. What we added was another layer to them, so you now have an advanced tools, and also with the guns you have the shotgun, and then with clothing you have protective clothing. Essentially just choose which one you want, and then they'll start making those. So what we now also included is you can set a production limit. Once that limit is reached, the colonists will actually stop working there. So the work slot is essentially closed, and they're not going to focus any more of your resources or that colonist there until these tools have been used. We've done a lot of updates on the icons themselves. Actually, you can just see them all around the colony right now. And also, as you can see, the notification icons as well, they've been updated. And what we've also done is that there is now a floater on top of the pile. And as you can see, there is also a small tooltip on the bottom of the screen, which tells you how many planks do you have inside that work area.
So there are the statistic menus.
So a lot of things here.
Yep.
Again, as you can see, we've also added the sturdy clothing, durable tools, shotgun, all of these things are here as well. And of course, resources, stored water, stored for buildings. A lot of changes happening around here.
Everybody, thank you for joining. Enjoy your holidays. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.